will put American citizens first, American children first, American patients first, American taxpayers first, American workers first, and American communities first. We will put communists, Marxists, and fascists last. And they will always be last.
Oh, the irony.
Sir, how you doing? I'm just here today asking, what's it like being a virgin?
Pretty rad.
Yeah. What's your body count?
I'm a father.
Yeah.
Proud father. Yep. We have a website, patriotfront.us.
Oh, I've heard of Patriot Front. Yeah.
Yep.
It's a group of incels.
Yep.
What's it like being a incel virgin?
I wouldn't know, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
What's your body count?
Doesn't matter.
Because when the March for Life goes down, guess who shows up? White supremacist groups like Patriot Front, who friended the network Walter Masterson, trolls into oblivion for being the extremists they are.
One by one, police unmasked the men. One of the men, police say, is their leader, Thomas Russo. He, along with his group Patriot Front, came from out of town and brought with them a nasty racist past. This group didn't just come out of nowhere. They're not new. Researchers that track hate say Patriot Front is an offshoot of a group called Vanguard America, whose alleged leader, Thomas Russo, attended the White Supremacists Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville.
Jews will not replace us!
They are supporters of Republican President Donald Trump and have a clear ideology that they believe he is speaking to.
What's it like being an incel?
I'm married with children, so it doesn't apply.
You can be an incel and be married with children. What's it like being an incel?
No comment.
No comment?
Strong family, strong.
Do you want to save him and talk to Thomas Rousseau?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just asking what's it like being an incel?
Don't answer questions, sir. Talk to Thomas Rousseau.
What's your body count?
Excuse me?
What's your body count?
Are you talking about intercourse?
Yes.
My wife.
Okay.
My wife.
Yeah.
Her.
What's the message?
Strong family, strong nation.
That's it? There's nothing else? If I look up Patriot Front, there's nothing else?
I guess it depends on where you look, sir.
You check the website out. All the information you need is all on our website.
Absolutely. Yes.
No, I actually looked at that. Honestly, I don't. If it was just that would be amazing.
Let's take a step back. It is hilarious how mindless these dopes are. To the MAGA crowd, you are in bed with these losers. Pay heed and reflect. Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
That was a good one.
That was a good one.
Did you see him on Jake Shields?
No.
You don't like Jake. He doesn't like Jake Shields.
I know, you know why.
Why? Are you Jewish?
Yes.
See, I didn't even need all the vetting
Would I be
questions.
deported?
I don't know. I mean, maybe, probably, yeah.
What?
I don't know. I think you'd be at home somewhere else.
Like where?
Maybe Israel. But I mean, maybe it's more of a you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here sort of thing. New York has been in the news quite a bit lately. Around 300 communists tried to shut down all the bridges around Manhattan this month to advocate for Palestine along the continued communist goals of turning this country into a collage of brown-black slums in which everyone is perfectly equal in their squalor. And it was also revealed that a bunch of Jews were literally undermining our country.
This hateful individual is Thomas Russo. He is the leader of Patriot Front, who Masterson caught up with.
Okay, so we're starting with labor, anti-corporate. You're pro-labor, you're pro-union.
I think it is perfectly acceptable for workers to negotiate collectively, but at the same time, I don't think the government should be run by unions. I'm not a Marxist. I'm not a communist.
Here's a question. It's a hypothetical scenario.
We love hypotheticals.
Let's say you're on the picket line. You're trying to get a labor contract for your job. You're picketing. Okay?
Yep.
The rest of the employees that you need to join you on the labor line are
black.
trans, LGBTQ.
No, all of it. Oh my God. There's so many diversity points in
LGBTQ,
the
communist. I mean, what? Let's. I can keep
every
going.
other one of my coworkers is a black, gay, communist.
No, only the ones that want to join you on the picket line.
Only the ones that want to join me on the picket line. Well, I must have done something terribly wrong in that case. See, this situation has already gone wrong. Diversity is used to break up the solidarity of workers. Those companies know that diversity is a destabilizing factor.
How is that a destabilizing factor?
Because again, it's harder for people to unify.
It's harder for them to unify if there's black people and Asian people that would. Come on. I mean, is that what you're saying?
Yes, that is what I'm saying.
So the thesis is segregation.
America was founded as a country by and for a certain group of people that is pertained and designed for that type of
but they.
You can say, but things have changed now and things are different. Yes, things have gotten worse and I want them to get better.
You're saying it's because of diversity.
I believe our conversation has reached its terminus. I need to talk to some other people. You have a wonderful day, sir.
So after 1 to 2 minutes, we've ascertained that this is bullshit. They don't want to defend American labor. They stand for segregation.
This was a masterclass from Walter Masterson, debunking Patriot Front's talking points that they put out on a flyer that was passed out to the March for Life crowd, piece by piece. Please follow the comrade Walter Masterson for more fantastic content. He could be found on YouTube, where he has 365,000 subscribers. Can we help get him to 400,000? Please hit the sub button. His socials are his name, where he can be found on Instagram, Twitter, if that's your cup of tea, and we don't call it X here, so get it right. And support his Patreon. Dude is putting in work, going city to city and getting fantastic on-the-ground footage for us to take in. He is awesome at what he does. Seriously, support this man.
You are looking at Air Force One as it makes a flyover over the Great American Race, the Daytona 500. President Trump set to arrive any moment now, where he is going to enjoy the race with the tens of thousands of fans who are there, both in the stands, in the infield, and for the folks who are watching outside the actual raceway.
Donald Trump arrived at the Daytona 500. Now, before we break it down, let's keep in mind.
But now we're saying that, no, actually, we are going to complain. If money is spent badly, if your taxpayer dollars are not spent in a sensible and frugal manner, then that's not okay. Your tax dollars need to be spent wisely on things that matter to the people. I mean, these things, it's just common sense. It's not draconian or radical. I think it's really just saying, let's look at each of these expenditures and say, is this actually in the best interest of the people? And if it is, it's approved. If it's not, we should think about it.
That's, pardon the pun, quite rich from Elon Musk. A private citizen wearing a MAGA hat, holding court in the Oval Office. And why do I say that? We footed the bill for Trump to go to the Daytona. We footed the bill for the Secret Service. We footed the bill for food, for bevies, for police, for his staff, for this whole shindig of a show, just so he can go have, if you think about it, a circle jerk at a race.
Doesn't that sound crazy?
Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you.
Meanwhile, where did Trump not go? First, amidst controversial cuts to federal spending, he did not make a trip to Tennessee, nor did he go to Kentucky. Ditto with Virginia. Instead, as we just showed, he wanted to use our money so he can go to the Daytona 500 for a few hours and be cheered. It's remarkable the claims Doge makes, and yet this is the harsh reality. The message is loud and clear, everybody. Unless you are a billionaire or you write their checks, they do not give a flying four-letter word about you. You are nothing to them. At the race, Trump used his granddaughter as a human shield to deflect criticism. It didn't work. If one were to check the replies under a pro-Trump post from the official NASCAR Instagram page, this is what they would see. The critiques, of course, are valid. The quantity of comments, long. I mean, folks were commenting in droves, and they have a reason to be peeved. And the hits keep on coming. One member of West Virginia's House of Delegates wrote, "Good thing we pulled $12 million from West Virginia University cancer research so we can pay for Trump to attend the Super Bowl in Daytona 500. Yeah, that's exactly what I believe most Americans need to really have a firm grasp of. It's not just that these cuts are coming from fugazi agencies and different avenues. It is coming from things that greatly impact us as the American public. In all, it's estimated that this trip cost us about $5 million, though some have estimated it might be more. Call to Activism broke it down. The Air Force One cost is about $1 million. Motorcade and transport, roughly $200,000 to $500,000. Secret Service and security personnel, $1 to $2 million. FAA and airspace restrictions, which, by the way, if you have no idea how porous this is, because he is going to one place or another, they shut down the airspace completely. No one can go in and out. Planes are halted, and folks who are at different airports, if they are in somehow the same stratosphere as the president, cannot leave. It's horrible. So that's estimated to $100,000 to $300,000. Staffing, logistical support, about $200,000 to $500,000. Additional emergency and military resources, $100,000 to $500,000. That is your president who says that we need to take care of misappropriations. Unbelievable. When Trump took the beast for a ride around the track, he could be heard saying, "This is your favorite president. I'm a big fan. I am a really big fan of you people." He's literally a second grader. God, man. That same delegate would say, imagine if Joe Biden was playing Go Speed Racer at the Daytona 500 while West Virginia and Kentucky were underwater. Oh, we wouldn't hear the end of it. I'm not a Joe Biden guy, but we would not hear the end of it. Let's also not forget this. Musk and co., they're saying that they want to get rid of wasteful spending and, cut spending on behalf of the federal government. Well, Trump during his first term would leave D.C. for his personal properties a lot. And over the course of 4 years, spent more than 300 days at his golf resorts and other properties. Thus far, according to Trump Golf Track, he spent almost 20% of his time as president golfing. All paid for by who? You and me. The next time you hear the terms looting and robbing, by the way, that's who you should be labeling, not some poor bloke at Target in the checkout line. The Independent would write, in Palm Beach County, where his Mar-a-Lago estate is located, officials estimated in January the region will incur expenses of $35 to $40 million a year protecting him and his family. If you have not seen it firsthand, it is quite a sight to behold. Tristan Snell made this point on Blue Sky. First, the Super Bowl, now the Daytona 500. He's not a real president. He just plays one on TV, and it's costing the American people tens of millions in extra unnecessary wasteful spending. Maybe that is what Doge should be cutting. Another commenter rightfully stated, they are cutting Medicare and Medicaid jobs to save money. And meanwhile, Trump is at Daytona 500 spending millions for security. You don't despise these hypocrisies enough. Yeah. And to that I say amen.
If I were starting off today, I would love to be a well-educated black because I really believe they do have an actual advantage today. A well-educated black has a tremendous advantage over a well-educated white in terms of the job market.
Let's talk about language, shall we?
In recent years, the PC folks have found some new ways of shading the truth in order to make people feel better, especially minorities. One of the newer phrases making the rounds is happens to be. He happens to be black. I have a friend who happens to be black. Oh, I see, yes. Like it's an accident, Happens to be black. Yes, he happens to be black. I see. He had two black parents? Yes, that's right, two black parents. Yes. I see. And they had sex? Oh, indeed they did. I see. So where does the surprise part come in? I should think it would be more unusual if he just happened to be Scandinavian.
Via legendary comedian George Carlin.
Well, let's point out the obvious. You are a Republican. You're an openly gay male. And as you have noted, evangelicals, people who are opposed to legally codified civil rights for gay people tend to make up the majority of Iowa caucus voters, if not a supermajority. Mm-hmm. What do you say to these people? What are you arguing to them specifically? Why should they take you seriously?
And let's focus on the first part for Carlin's next takedown, as he will explain in the following clip via C-SPAN.
Another recently favorite term is openly gay. I have a friend who's openly gay, but that's the only minority they use that for. You wouldn't say someone was openly black. Well, maybe James Brown. Yes. James Brown, yes. Or Louis Farrakhan. Louis Farrakhan is openly black. Colin Powell is not openly black. Colin Powell is openly white. He just happens to be black.
Mr. Chairman, though, that was unbelievably inspiring. My amendment has nothing to do with whether or not colored people or black people or anybody can serve, okay? It has nothing to do with color
Mr.
of your
Speaker.
skin.
What purposes does gentlelady seek recognition?
I'd like to be recognized to have the words colored people stricken from the record. I find it offensive and very inappropriate.
Is the gentlelady asking for unanimous consent to take down the words?
I am asking for unanimous consent to take down the words of referring to me or any of my colleagues as colored people.
Remember this because Carlin has a take on equating a certain phrase mass media uses to what Republican Representative Eli Crane stated here.
So I would like to tell you how I handle some of these speech issues concerning minorities. First of all, I say black. I say black because most black people prefer black. I don't say people of color because it's dishonest. It means precisely the same thing as colored people, which is an insult. So if you're not willing to say colored people, you shouldn't be willing to say people of color. And besides, to me, the whole idea of color seems a bit specious, really. I mean, what should we call white people? People of no color? Isn't pink a color? And in fact, white people are not really white at all. They're different shades of pink and olive and beige. In other words, they're colored. And black people are rarely black. I see mostly various shades of brown and tan, and in fact, some light-skinned black people are darker than the darkest white people. I'm sorry, lighter than the darkest white people.
Look at my African-American over here. Look at him.
And on language such as this,
people of color is an awkward phrase that obscures meaning rather than enhancing it. What shall we call fat people? People of size? I also don't say African Americans. I find it cumbersome and confusing. Which part of Africa are we talking about? Egypt? Egypt is in Africa, but Egyptians aren't black. They're like the people in India. They're dark brown white people. But they're Africans. So why wouldn't an Egyptian citizen who becomes an Egyptian who becomes a U.S. citizen be called an African American? The same would apply to South Africa. Suppose a white racist from South Africa becomes an American citizen. Couldn't he call himself an African American? If for no other reason than just to bother black people. And what about a black person born in South Africa who becomes an American citizen? Is he an African American or is he a South African American? Or is he simply a South African American African American?
And I just want to thank you because you're very, very special people. You were here long before any of us were here. Although we have a representative in Congress who they say was here a long time ago. They call her Pocahontas. But you know what? I like you because you are special. You are special people. You are really incredible people. And I have to, from the heart, from the absolute heart, we appreciate what you've done.
Carlin has a take here as well.
In fact, there are no natives anywhere in the world. Everyone is from somewhere else. All people are refugees, immigrants, or aliens. If there are natives anywhere, it would have to be people still living in the Great Rift Valley in Africa. So everyone is just visiting. So much for native. As far as calling them Americans is concerned, well, how can I say this? We steal their hemisphere, destroy 500 cultures, kill 20 million, stick the rest of them on the worst land we can find, and then as a special bonus, we name them after ourselves. It's embarrassing. It's just embarrassing.
Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYT Sports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to TYT.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated. I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision, bing, flag. Football's become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. And the choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it.